everybody. Welcome back to another Coffee for the Culture. So, for this week, we're going to go straight into it. Proverbs 3 5 and 6 says, Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. Now, in other versions of this, it says, and He will direct your paths. But I really think right here, this version from the ESV is a good thought to have of He will make straight your paths. This whole chapter, the whole book of Proverbs, is about wisdom. And in this chapter here, chapter 3, is really talking about trusting in the Lord. Even in that next verse, verse 7, it talks about be not wise in your own eyes, fear the Lord. And so really, what we need to understand is the importance of trusting in the Lord. It says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and do not lean into thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. So as you break that down, you begin to understand that this is not just saying, I'm going to have this section of my heart that is trusting in God, that I'm going to just on these days, I am going to trust in the Lord. God really wants us to understand that He is the person that created geometry. And so as we try to go zigzagging through life, God will make sure that even if we feel like we're zigzagging through life, God will show us how that path is straight, how He is directing us to the destination that's going to ultimately bring Him glory. And so, what I encourage you for this week to do is really just, as it says, trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. And then goes to the next part, with all thy heart, and just really call it, say, God, with everything I have, with all my capacity, with all my strength, I am trusting with you. And then say, God, I can't do this on my own. I have thoughts, but I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your understanding. And then acknowledge him for how he's been a part of your life. Acknowledge his existence. And know that from there, your paths will be made straight. Ultimately, at the end of the day, God wants us to see that He is willing to ultimately give us a leader down the line. Jesus came and led His disciples in such a way that all they can do was truly trust Him. Many times He even said, He told His disciples, when you go to the villages, don't carry the same amount of clothes you've been carrying. Don't carry, certain, aspects of food and clothing. When you go into the house, pray and be ready that you and hope and trust that they will take care of you. And so that's what it is that ultimately understand that we serve a God that was willing to send His one and only begotten Son here so that we can look to Him and trust in Him. Trust in Him being the Word. Trust in Him being life. Knowing that once we do that, even when it doesn't seem like we're going on a straight path, God will show us how straight, how intentional, and how purposeful that path is. Be blessed, everybody.